Oh, they gave so much shit.
Of my knowledge, no.
What could have incapacitated person physically do that could impact officer safety?
Objection. Asked and answered. He said no, Your Honor.
I'll rebut. I literally rephrased the question to ask for a different. It's calling for a different answer from the first question, so it would not be asked and answered.
Rebuttal.
I stand by that. He said no, so asking about what instances that could happen is covered under no.
You know what? No, you know what? Love that. Love what you just said. Can you just say that one more time so I can make sure I understand?
The answer to your second question was covered under the answer to his first question with no.
So the no incapacitated people don't present a risk to officer safety.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and withdraw.
Thank
No
you.
more questions for this witness.
Oh, thank you so much.
Holy.
Where'd Oliver go, guys?
Mr. Johnson.
Oh, there he is.
Does an armed... Hold on. Let me gather.
I know that was a big one, Your Honor.
You gonna go on tour? You going? I might, low key.
Yo, Taco.
There you
What-
go, stand
what-
right
what
by
I'm-
the L, Slacks. Perfect.
What up?
The lawyer just told me that they're getting ready to arrest K regardless. Just be ready. I gotta.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. I mean, they got no guns, got no nuts. I mean, what the fuck we gonna do?
We gotta tackle.
Alright, that's cool, yeah.
We got some setups already, but just they're gonna do it for sure. They're getting enough police and shit to set it up.
Okay.
That's what the lawyer just told me.
Alright, bet.
Thank you.
We gotta talk in
Mr.
the,
Johnson, I mean, you would agree with me that an armed person presents a threat to officer safety?
Objection scope.
Why are you looking at Mr. K?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that, Your Honor?
I feel
Why are
very
you looking at
uncomfortable
Mr.
and
K?
threatened.
Address the witness and the witness only.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was just looking at a guilty man, is all.
Your
Wow!
Honor!
Objection, Your Honor!
Your
Innocent
Honor?
until proven guilty!
Objection,
Violation
Your
of due
Honor.
process! What the fuck?
Terrible joke. Jesus Christ, man.
Ridiculous. This is very clear. Someone's life's on the fucking line.
Let me make it clear.
What the fuck just happened, though?
Banker?
What? Who are...
Oh, Rami, come here for a sec.
Calm
Boys,
down.
boys, come here, come here, come here.
Calm
Who
down,
are you? Yeah,
please.
who is? Anyone know this guy?
Let me run my court, man. Thank you.
They just hold the fuck out of Leo Slacks. Leo Slacks. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now?
You are not to
Slacks just got fucking hoed.
so much as to address any other person in this room. That is what you are understanding as a member of the Bar Association.
Yes, absolutely, Your Honor. I just want to clarify. I may have been looking in this direction, but I was also testing out the acoustics. I mean, I was addressing the witness with my question.
We don't need an
No, you
audio
are not.
engineer.
Your Honor, I would like to motion to enter Oliver Hall under oath to answer this question, as I do not find his statement to be credible.
Now,
You okay,
we're-
Slacks?
You're going to proceed, Mr. Hall. I do not want to see that ever again.
Certainly, Your Honor.
As someone
ready
who
to
is
tackle
a
and shit,
counselor of
lads.
this,
Okay, it's a warrant,
should be
okay.
well informed.
He's a
that
council
you are
member?
to be addressing the witness and me. That is
Lock
all
him up, fuck it.
on the floor. So if you are asking a question on the floor, you are to address only the people on the floor. Noted?
Absolutely, Your Honor. That is,
Noted.
of course, noted.
You may continue with your questioning.
All right, what was the answer to that question, Mr. Johnson?
I'm also. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest right now, Your Honor. I'm gonna motion to dismiss with prejudice based on obvious malicious prosecution based on Oliver Hall's statements.
I'd like to also fire a bar complaint against Oliver Hall as well, Your Honor.
Yeah, is Lance Moulton here?
Lance?
Rami? Hey, Rami,
Sorry.
you are one away. You are one
All
away.
right, sir. Of course, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep it in check. All right, to the motion. Rebuttal.
Yeah, again, saying that the defendant is guilty is sort of the point of this trial, so I don't know how that's malicious prosecution. It would only be malicious prosecution if we were proceeding with this trial without probable cause, when there is probable cause. The gun was found on its person. So,
Objection.
again,
He's
I'm
calling
not
for a legal
entirely sure.
conclusion on what malicious prosecution is when that's your job, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. I think he thinks
Sorry,
he's
I'm
the judge,
rebutting.
Your
I'm
Honor.
not quite sure why I'm being interrupted, to be honest with you.
Your
but,
Honor, I think he's
again-
confused with his position.
Sir, I think I was still talking.
Mr. K, You are also one away. Do
Sorry,
not
I
talk.
bad hearing. I couldn't hear him still talking, Your Honor. My bad.
Okay.
Lying ass.
I need to get together.
This fucking lying ass.
Please continue with your rebuttal.
Certainly. The defense is just grasping at straws. There is no legitimate basis for this motion to dismiss, so it should be denied.
Oh my god. I mean,
Rebuttal for that.
I don't know. Just look at the tweets that are going off right now.
Malton, glad you're here, Malton.
Jesus Christ.
Rebuttal for Miss Siobhan.
I didn't hear. Can you say it again? Sorry, I didn't hear because Lance was talking and I got distracted.
Lance.
What was it?
You may continue. Yes, please with your rebuttal to the motion.
What's happening right now?
Counselor.
Oh, that was it, Your Honor. I was just saying.
Can you repeat it again for Mr.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There is no legitimate basis for this motion. The defense is just grasping at straws, so the motion should be denied.
Wow. Okay. Defense is not grasping at straws. Defense is doing its job of ensuring due process, Your Honor, is being followed, and calling a man who is innocent until proven guilty quite literally flies in the face of everything about the judicial process and displays obvious bias.
Do you want me to respond to that, Your Honor?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and rule as this being more of a heat of passion moment. Mr. Hall, I'm going to need you to try to remain professional in this court as much as possible. I understand that you have, you have moments. It's okay to have moments, but I am going to call you out on those moments, just the same as I will call Siobhan out on those moments. So please refrain from directing your attention away from anybody other than me and the witness. Okay.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Siobhan, that motion is not going to be heard.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But I again want to make it a strong note that both parties are only to be referring to me and the witness that they have called upon. Noted?
Certainly, Your Honor. Absolutely. I just want to say that I wouldn't dare, and I actually would ask that you keep me honest here. I mean, our side's the one with integrity is all. All right, so Mr. Johnson, would you like me to repeat that question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, certainly. Would you agree with me that an individual that's armed presents a danger to officers?
No.
You wouldn't agree?
I would not.
Why not?
Just because the person is on doesn't mean they're dangerous.
All right, does an armed person present a potential risk to officer safety?
Objection, speculation. Literally said the word potential.
Well, Your Honor, yeah, I'm not asking the witness to come to a conclusion on any particular facts. I'm just asking him more so hypothetical questions, as the defense has been doing, about whether or not an armed suspect could potentially pose a risk to officer safety.
Final response for me. Keyword, hypothetical.
Yep. You said about 3 different words that could mean speculative answers. You could rephrase it. Just keep it without saying the words could, hypothetical, potential. Any of that could lead to some speculation. All right. That's going to be sustained, but you can re-ask that question.
Why would they put fan fiction on the front?
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further.
You don't want to re-ask that question?
No, that's all right. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
No redirect.
Nothing on redirect. All right. Mr. Johnson, you are free to leave at this time. Thank you for your input to the for the hearing today.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
The defense calls Romeo Roman to the stand.
That's my lawyer. All right, since it's you, Rami, I'm not going to finish eating this pretzel before swearing you in. Raise your left hand, please. Yeah, go.
Please speak up, too. That's all.
Oh, yeah, speak up, Rami.
Did you see?
Of course.
Yeah,
All right, Rami,
go.
raise your left hand.
I saw. I like it.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole
Mhm.
truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you Buddha?
Yes, I do.
All right, you are sworn.
All right.
Right.
Hold on, pause.
Yeah.
Before we begin, Mr. Rami,
Yes, Your Honor.
If that chair breaks on you while you're sitting on it like that, you
Shit,
are
I didn't even
paying for it.
realize that. Hold on.
They were dressed
Sorry, Your Honor. Sorry. What, you saying you call me fat, Your Honor, or what?
I did not mention that. That is to you.
He's a fat fuck.
Huh? That's
It wasn't
crazy.
me. Who said that?
I said what I said.
That sounded like Taco.
I said what I said.
Mr. Taco,
Yes, sir.
do not find yourself in violation of contempt of court, okay?
Rich beer. Rich beer.
All
Your
right.
Honor, maybe for the peanut gallery's awareness, could we have what contempt will be starting at today? Made public for the court's record.
Mhm. If I have to give you more than one warning, or if you continue on past that one warning, let's set the bar at 15 months, $5,000 fine.
Ain't shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
For contempt, of course, yes.
Thank you,
If
Your
I
Honor.
have to repetitively deem you in violation, you will be sentenced as such. Fantastic.
For sure. Just,
Stand on business, Your Honor. Does this guy not know how to work a chair, Your Honor?
All right, speak up, Romy. All right.
Too close.
all right, sorry. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Did you personally witness the events indicated in police report 2026 in evidence?
Yes, I did. Yes, I actually did.
How long did it?
Okay, as your statement was notoriously absent from the initial police report,
It's
can
the
you tell the court what you
defense.
saw transpire?
Period of time now. So then.
Yo, sincere? Sincere. Thank you so much for that brand new tier. What's up? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Calls for narrative.
Appreciate that.
I'll be on the radio.
Holy fuck.
I got them right.
I'm simply asking for him to tell us what he saw on scene per the report in evidence to clarify exactly what the.
Tell us all
Here's narrative.
business.
I'm gonna go ahead and rephrase. I'll ask a new question. All right.
All right, sounds good. I do want to mention that I see what's happening. That before we had an objection to narrative that went similar to this. However, I do want to also articulate that because she kind of opened up the scope a little bit by mentioning the report reference before, that it is lying some way of narrative. However, I would have recommended that you would have stopped it at least a little bit later on than what you did. You did kind of do early, which is fine. It is still narrative. It's still calling for a narrative. But you could have let that happen a little bit, let it simmer, see what Rami said, and then cut him off at a point. It's all about using your objections in a way that would benefit you, right? All right. So with that being said, that is going to be sustained. You may rephrase.
Great, thank you, Your Honor. Rami, were you on scene during the events in Police Report 2026?
Yes, I was.
Where were you and Mr. K located during the event?
On scene.
Okay. Were you injured?
Objection. Answer. Vague.
Rebuttal?
Asking if somebody was injured or not is not vague.
Referring to the where were you on scene? Answer. On scene.
Oh, that was already answered too. Too late. That's my rebuttal.
Your Honor, I believe I objected in time for that and motion to strike.
Who the fuck is this?
Oh, so we're doing this.
Wait, this is
So we're
this,
going-
is this what,
so
is this
are
what we're
we-
doing?
Rami.
Pointless.
Also, do you want to catch diarrhea, sir? I recommend that you stand back. I was just
Actually, I don't
was
mind.
just-
Jokes on you. I like that shit. Wait, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Are we?
Your Honor, motion to strike Rami's last statement.
I didn't want to write that.
I don't want
down.
that on the record. I don't want to think about it.
He said I like that shit.
Yeah, can we remove that?
Sure, I didn't write it
Thank
down.
you.
So are we objecting to the last question? The last answer to the question asked before? Are we
The were
asking
you
to
injured or
Yeah.
the one before that? Yeah.
The on scene question was
The on-scene
the directed objection, Your Honor.
Okay, and so what are we? We're objecting to confusing, to vague.
Vague, Your Honor.
Yes, but he can do that. I'll say yes, but the it's not going to be stricken because that's what he said. And I don't find that needing to be stricken from the record at this time. That is going to be sustained. However, it is still going to be onto the docket past that. So basically, if he said on scene. Period.
Great. Thank you, Your Honor. Were you injured on scene?
Yes.
Was Mr. K injured?
Yes.
What did the individuals do to injure yourself or Mr. K?
They shot Mr. K.
Okay, and what happened after Mr. K was injured?
They point.
Sorry,
They
I
point.
my throat.
They pointed guns at me and tried taking me hostage.
Okay, and are incapacitated people able to stop an individual from rifling through their pockets?
No.
Okay, let me just double check with my client, Your Honor, and my paralegal. I feel like I still need to ask the question on whether or not they went through your pockets. Is there anything else you think I need to ask?
Should he ask about like him
Motorcycle?
to the cop? What did he say to the cops? Did he call?
Okay.
The
Yeah.
fact that he did tell them like those people shot him and they didn't.
Okay.
They tell him they shot him and they didn't detain him or.
They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that and nothing more though. Don't let.
Yeah, I don't want to open up scope too much. Exactly. Did you see any individuals go through Mr. K's pockets?
Yes.
Okay. When police arrived on scene, did you attempt to tell them what had transpired?
Yes.
How did those attempts go?
I told Johnson that these people were taking me hostage and they robbed him and they were going through Mr. K's pockets. Mr. Johnson then went and tried chasing the people that were on because they were on scene still when the cops arrived and they fled the scene. And then Johnson went to go chase them, and then that's when Slacks and Ruth came on.
Okay. All right, thank you. So to make it clear,
Yeah.
you remained on scene and tried to report what had transpired
Correct.
to officers and other people fled?
Yes.
Okay. All right. No further questions for the witness at this time, Your Honor. We cede to cross.
All right, cross.
Hey, Mr. Ramen, how's it going?
Objection, relevance. Scope.
I can't believe.
I told you, gloves off.
Counselor Thoroughbred, you were just going for blood. These people are not even going for blood on you. This is
I know.
like a tit for a tat. This is just.
I
for a
know.
tit.
I'm defending my client to the best of my ability, Your Honor.
Line, Your Honor.
Jesus. All right, whatever. Sustained.
All right, I just want to clarify a few things. So you gave a statement to law enforcement, did you not?
Yes.
All right, and you told him everything that happened, didn't you?
Objection, scope. Also asked and answered? Yeah, objection asked and answered because we already discussed that.
Well, Your Honor, I guess I'll go on both of the objections. Asked and answered per party, and
Oh, sorry,
we haven't
something
asked him
sneezed.
a particular question yet. And scope, he was already asked just in the prior question about the statement he gave to law enforcement, so it would be within scope. And they also asked him about the questioning and the statement that he gave, and asking him if he was if he told law enforcement everything that happened would just be an expansion upon any previous question that was asked. So this particular question hasn't been asked.
You're whispering.
Your Honor, I can't hear you.
Oops. Rebuttal.
Rebuttal is that no, in the interest of expediency, given that we generally have a witness limit for cases, so that things do not last 9 million years, I do not find that the idea that asked and answered is per party rather than per witness to be credible or accurate. And I will maintain that objection. I will, however, withdraw the scope one, but I will keep asked and answered in the interest of expediency with which way that we do law in Los Santos.
Okay, I'm actually a fan of that argument. I want to say first, I am a fan of that argument.
I ain't gonna lie, chat. I have no idea what the fuck she just said. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's already gone on for 2.5
I have no idea what the fuck she just said. That shit hurt my fucking brain trying to figure that shit out. What the fuck you just say?
believe that the scope was already kind of enhanced, even though that was objection. I do believe that it was
Yeah.
enhanced with the prior question.
That's why I withdrew it.
And yeah, and then the asked and answered, I do want to see. So I will overrule it to a certain point. I will give you a cutoff point. How about
Thank
that?
you, Your Honor.
I will
Thank
give
you,
you a
Your
cutoff
Honor.
point for that. So go ahead and ask the question again and then answer.
Sure. Now, Mr. Araman, you told law enforcement everything that happened. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And they fully wrote down their statement, did they not?
No.
No. We'll get
No.
into that. I want to ask you. So, where were you when the shooting took place?
Objection scope.
Rebuttal.
He's done locked.
Yeah, so the questions that were asked on direct had to do directly with the scene. And the witnesses already testified that he was with the defendant at the time. So asking him where exactly he was when the shooting took place would be within scope.
Rebuttal.
Oliver tried to object to this line of questioning before, so I'm really confused as to why he's trying to go down it now. It's really confusing.
I feel uncomfortable, Your Honor.
Thank you for feeling uncomfortable.
Thank you for feeling uncomfortable.
I'll say.
Thank you for feeling uncomfortable.
I get the argument. I get the argument that's being made. You're trying to get this down on his line of questioning as opposed to any other questioning because he is in direct purview. You wanted to get straight to the source.
He's speaking Chinese with that statement. I'm lost. I'm confused with what he just said. I have no idea what he said.
And I do think the scope was opened a little bit when he did talk about shooting of K. Was he injured himself? Was who else was shot? Him saying K. That was answered in the previous scope. And we are treating this as a per witness thing, not a per party thing. So I will open up the scope a little bit and allow this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you need to repeat that question for you, sir?
Yeah.
Certainly. Where were you when the shooting took place?
On scene.
Where on scene?
Why were you on scene? Damn it! Sorry.
Why does Vinny look like that?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, where on scene?
I don't know. He's Vinny's dumb.
He
looks like every Italian grandfather ever.
He's getting that age.
How did you get there?
Over car.
All right. What car did you drive there?
Pigeon. Let's go.
I don't recall, actually.
All right. Were you ever in that red vehicle on scene?
I don't remember.
Okay. And how did the defendant get there?
Car?
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm actually gonna object on confusing when he says there. Where is he referring to now? And
Yeah, I don't.
yeah, what does he mean? Get there? Where? Like the red car? Another car? What car? I'm confused.
He said he doesn't remember what car.
You can clarify this. I don't need to hear arguments that will be sustained. Just tell me where.
How did the defendant get to the scene?
Okay, he grabbed my arm. He didn't grope me.
What?
He grabbed my arm.
In a car?
Which car?
I was scared.
I don't remember. We were in a car. I don't fucking remember.
You were in a car? Did you drive there with the defendant?
What's your name?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, did you drive there with the defendant?
What's your name?
No, I did not drive. No.
No, the man. He grabbed
Okay. All right. And so you were in front of the house when the shooting happened. Is that
All
right?
right, I know he's allowed to lead, Your Honor, but I'm gonna object that he has not asked a single question that is not leading.
And are you in New York?
Your Honor, I can ask all the leading questions I want. Is my rebuttal.
Why not?
Who said that? Rebuttal.
Exist outside of New York.
Literally, it is
Fuck you.
every
Oh
single
my
question
God, the
leading,
world shit is chef.
leading,
What's going
leading, leading.
I'll beat your ass
It
in
is,
the
it
middle
is
of court.
mind numbing.
Oh, Paris.
I can't fucking hear. Can you shut the fuck up,
Also,
man?
I'll throw in one more objection. He's being argumentative.
I'll tend to agree with the leading. We say that you can lead and cross, yes. However, can means that you also have the ability to get objected upon it. And you have asked a total of 10, 9. I'm not counting right now. You asked a lot of questions that were pretty much leading, which I understand where you're trying to get to. let's try to cut it off at some point. Let's try to make it a more roundabout question, okay, as related to scope. So I understand what you're going for. You answered a lot. You got a lot there already. I'm going to cut you off there. That is going to be succinct.
certainly. I'm happy to move on. What's your relationship with the defendant?
One of my clients.
Objection, relevance.
Rebuttal.
Relevance.
Also
certainly.
scope. Sorry, I'm gonna say relevance and scope. Sorry, apologies. I mean,
I don't need
just
to hear
wanted
an
to get in both.
argument on scope.
Yeah,
That was
Your
not
Honor.
asked in the questionings, in the direct questioning.
I'm sorry. Would you like me to respond, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
No. I don't need to hear anything about that. That was not in scope. Period. Nothing about relationships between individuals were asked in the direct. If you wanted to ask that question, you should have called him as a witness.
Okay, certainly, Your Honor. All right,
And let me say this: if you can find another way to get there, try to do that, because I assume that you had a major part of your questioning as it related to that. However,
What I missed? Fuck, I don't know.
I
Shit.
suggest that you try to
No
get
clue.
that if you are still going down that path.
All right, did you see the defendant get shot?
Yes, I did.
All right, how did you feel once he got shot?
Scared for my life.
All right, were you upset that he was shot?
Objection, relevance.
Rebuttal.
Yeah, certainly, Your Honor. I'm getting at the witness's feelings and relationship to the defendant, so asking him his response to how the defendant was shot certainly is relevant in respect to the witness's credibility, which is what I'm getting at.
Wow, I'm gonna add an scope objection then.
Well, you want me to respond, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly within scope. The questions that I just asked laid a proper foundation to expand the scope, and asking him a question about the scene and how he felt about the scene, experiencing it, is within scope.
One final response. Facts don't care about feelings.
Real
And
spiel.
that's facts, Your Honor.
On
That is
Undead
facts.
Stilio.
However, feelings can care about facts, or feelings are relevant to facts. When we're talking about the statute of mens rea specifically, about motive, about questioning why somebody did something, that is all about feeling. That is pretty relevant here, and I think the scope was
One sec.
broadened when he asked before in the prior question.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. You think I listen to this shit sometimes? I know. I don't fucking know, bro.
How he feel about the defendant being shot. I feel like this is a great opening for him to open to what was objective before, and I'm going to allow it.
All right, I'm gonna throw in one more objection then.
Okay.
Compound question.
How did you feel about the defendant getting shot? I don't think that's a compound question, Your Honor.
Oh shit, you guys actually right. I misheard what he said initially. That was my bad. I'm gonna withdraw.
That is the first time I've heard compound question in this case, and I've heard maybe about
So many.
10.
I got away with so many.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that is going to be overruled. You may ask him the question again.
All right, do you need me to repeat that for you, Mr. Aramis?
Of course.
Certainly. How did you feel about the defendant getting shot?
What the fuck?
Well, like any normal human being, you see somebody get shot, you get scared for your life and fearful.
Were you upset that he got shot?
Yeah. Anybody who gets shot, if you take joy in that, you're a fucking psychopath.
Okay. And were you upset because of the relationship you had with the defendant?
Whoa. Okay. At this point, I am going to again. I'm gonna object on scope and relevance. Also badgering.
Rebuttal?
Yeah, I think it was scope, relevance, and badgering. I don't know how that's badgering. Asking him if he was upset because of his relationship with the defendant. I don't know how that's badgering. I'm not being abrasive with this witness. I'm trying to understand his point of view. As to relevance, again, the credibility of this witness is inherently relevant in this matter. And his relationship, particularly as the attorney of the defendant, of course, lends some question to his credibility, which is what I'm getting at here.
Wow.
Scope has been opened.
Rami, Wait 1 second.
And the scope has been opened because I'm asking him questions related to how he felt about the defendant, and again, expanding into his relationship and why that relationship affects his feelings for the defendant getting shot, is within scope.
All right, I got one response, Your Honor. Just one. All right. Rami is a certified member of the Bar Association, and he is not on trial here. If Mr. Hall wants to proceed down this line of questioning, and try to fuck over, sorry for my language, Your Honor, try to screw over another member of the Bar Association to destroy their credibility on the stand, then we might as well not have lawyers in Los Santos, and that this is highly prejudicial. There's no standing for it, and it's also just unprofessional.
Yep, that's fact, and that's facts, Your Honor.
Can I respond, Your Honor? There is another
He
objection.
treated me the same way he
prejudice.
treated Murphy, Your Honor.
Oh, damn.
Go ahead. Go ahead and respond.
Thank you. Yeah. So, as far as the defendant's, or the witness's career, rather, asking him questions about,
Oh, brother.
again, whether or not he is credible based on his relationship to the defendant, that's not going to inherently destroy his career. But, you know, working and being employed by the defendant would certainly be motive to lie for him on the stand.
I
And we're
never
not at
said
that
that. I
point.
wasn't-
Wow!
I'm sorry.
Here we go
We're going to
again.
get to
Here
that,
we go
sir.
again,
and
Your
there's a
Honor, with the
pending
guilty
objection.
stuff. The lying
But,
No,
stuff.
she
as I was
already
saying-
objected to it. She already objected to it, and it got sustained.
As I'm saying, the relationship between the witness and the defendant, again, being an attorney-client, is definitely relevant to his credibility, and that's what I'm getting at.
So
All right, then I'm okay. In this point, at this,
Rami.
Well, Your Honor, my integrity and my job here is at risk, Your Honor. I'm not
Integrity.
gonna sit here and have
Integrity.
lapdog,
Integrity.
I mean, try to question my integrity.
Hey, Rami, answer me this. When we were
Integrity.
talking about, you referred to Slacks, actually. When Slacks was up on the stand and we were talking about his credibility, he said hero, whatever. Was that ever put into question? Did he need to respond to that? Did he need to respond to that personally?
I'm gonna be real. I don't know what the hell you just asked me.
When he was talking about his integrity and that he was being not gonna lie, he was being laughed at for what he said about his integrity and his honesty and all that. Did he feel the need to clarify upon that?
Yes, he needed to because he's on the prosecution. I'm a victim in this situation as well.
I'm just going to point out this time, Your
But
Honor,
you're
that
not.
Rami is a witness. He is not a defendant in this matter.
This is a victim statement as well as a witness statement. Your
And
Honor.
I-
What I'm trying to get to is that neither people were on trial, so neither comments needed to be heard. So I'm going to put it into the same purview as how we treated Slacks is how we're going to treat you, Mr. Rami. I'm a fan of everybody getting the same treatment. If Slacks got laughed at for his hero, whatever, we're going to laugh at you for your credibility of the bar. However, that does not respond to the objections being stated. Relevance. We had like 4 different objections. Give me a second. Relevance. Overruled. Scope. Overruled. Prejudice. This is what I'm going to focus on. Prejudice,
What's happening right now, bro?
I do agree.
What the fuck happened to Vinny? What happened to him?
Thank you.
Rami's not the one on trial here. We're not.
What's going on back here?
Subjected to putting.
Vinny, stand the fuck up, man.
Any stand view here.
What the fuck?
I
You are a married man.
see, where Mr. Hall is coming from.
Anyways,
However,
let me see.
City.
City.
I think not only was he again, this was not direct questioning.
What up, no Zipper? What's going on, man?
Direct questioning. This was cross as it relates to the questions that were asked beforehand by Mrs. Thoroughbed. Sorry, I'm always.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You'll get used to it. I still fuck up sometimes too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, by Miss Thoroughbred. I do not think that at this point we need to go any further with that. If you wanted to ask that line of questioning, you should have done so and called upon him as a witness. So I'm going to sustain that objection. That question, those types of questions will not be asked.
Yeah, I'm happy to move on, Your Honor. Yeah, so let's clarify a little bit. You said that you saw some things. Like, these individuals trying to kidnap you, search the defendant and put something on him. Where was the defendant at that point?
That was like 5 questions. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, where was the defendant located when these kidnappers were rummaging through his pockets?
In the car.
He was in the car, and was he in the driver's seat?
Don't remember.
Okay. And where? Well, first off, can you describe the individual that was rummaging?
Yeah, it was Jaeger, Mary Mushkin, actually Barry Svensson, and then 3 other masked individuals.
What, did all of them do it, or was it one individual rummaging?
I don't know the one that was rummaging. They split up in kidnapping me and going through Mr. K's pockets.
Okay, and
It was
where
a
were
group
you at
collective
that
effort.
point?
I was getting taken hostage.
Okay, where on the scene were you getting taken hostage?
I had a gun pointed to me, and I was out on the sidewalk and getting escorted into their car.
Okay, so you were facing away from the red
No.
vehicle.
Objection, Your Honor. Mischaracterization of testimony.
I don't need to hear a rebuttal on that. I just don't like that line of questioning. That's gonna be sustained just because I don't
What
like that.
the?
You had a
Yeah, Mickey.
Mickey just saved my life.
Everybody
Sorry,
okay?
Your Honor. I'm okay.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro.
Mickey,
Yo.
don't punch her. It's
Murphy, you
almost
got
her
chips
mouth.
on you?
All right, yeah, I don't like that questioning. Just try to do it a little better. I know what you're going for. Try to do it better.
Yeah, I certainly can try. Your
Hey,
Honor.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Noel. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the 420. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that.
Just
Thank you.
ask
Thank
me
you.
the
Thank
same
you. Thank you.
question I already told you.
I appreciate that.
Can you repeat your answer?
Bro, that thing yesterday was so good. There was so many good artists. Too many good artists.
Yeah. What specific individual? You can describe.
Too many good.
was holding
Too many
you up?
good? Too many artists.
Objection, Your Honor. Austin,
Too many
I'm
good
sorry.
artists.
Rebuttal.
Well, the witness's testimony was that the 3 individuals were all splitting up, doing their own sort of thing on the scene. So asking him specifically,
All right, bro.
who was
I already
holding him
asked you to
hostage
fucking chill the fuck
is
out,
not
but
a question that's already been asked.
I'm gonna object on
You don't listen,
his
bruh.
rebuttal, that mischaracterization of testimony. He said there were 6 individuals, 3 he could name, 3 who were in masks. I thought it was very clear from his testimony.
Okay. I agree with Miss Thoroughbred on that notion, as that he specifically said Jaeger, Barry, Mary, and that 3 other were masked. However, I do want to hear this specifically, and I don't think it was a mischaracterization of evidence, or it was asking if any individual specifically was holding him up. So I'm going.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please answer the question.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You asked the question again?
Yeah, I'm happy to. What specific individual? Please provide a description of the individual that was holding a gun to you.
Yeah. Mary Mushkin and Jaeger or Kane Larp, whatever his name is.
Okay.
And they
Alright.
weren't masked.
Okay, I gotcha. And so while that was happening, I guess I just want to clarify. So where was the individual rummaging through the defendant's pockets positioned?
At the car.
Were they inside the car?
I don't recall actually, but yeah, they were on him and they were going through his pockets, rummaging through his pockets.
So you can't recall where they were rummaging from. Is that right?
Objection, Your Honor. Weird.
What the fuck?
The objection. Let's keep the mechanics to Mosley's.
Objection weird. Objection weird. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, let's try to Hall. Let's try to keep the rummaging to what we can see.
Objection weird.
Listen, I hear you.
Ugh.
Trying to figure out where the person was and exactly who they
We've
were.
already established that 5 times.
Your
already.
Honor, I don't believe objection weird is on the list of sheet of objection I got. Can you tell me what that is?
Weird is what happens when we find something that we don't like, that we just
They made
get
it
a little,
harder. They made it bigger,
uh-oh,
right?
too.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, game mechanic. Ah, I see, Chad. I see.
You can rephrase that.
Like a -1. I see you're saying argue mechanics. Oh.
But that one specifically.
I see now.
Okay, certainly, Your Honor. So, Mr. Araman, all right. So what happened? Let me get this straight. If I'm understanding you correctly.
You seem confused a lot.
I appreciate that commentary. Why did the kidnapping fail?
Because the cops-
Objections.
Yeah, like what?
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna object on speculation. How can he know what the kidnapper's mindset was? He was not a kidnapper. And why they made the decisions they made.
Your Honor, I'm not asking him to delve into the mind of any of the kidnappers. I'm asking him, based on what he observed, why the kidnapping failed. I mean, he can, again, he was a witness to this. He saw exactly what happened. So he can testify to why they stopped kidnapping him and what they did instead.
Objection. Rami Al-Rahman is not an expert kidnapper. Therefore, he would not necessarily know whether someone was successful or not, or why a kidnapper would stop kidnapping.
I'm gonna second that motion.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I feel like there's a lot of factors that could contribute to.
Wait, why is Mickey helping us out? Do we have beef with Mickey?
There would be a lot of factors here. We're not going to answer to one specific one for Mr. Rami, so that's going to be sustained.
1 second, Your Honor.
I guess.
Mr. Rami, how did you know you were being kidnapped?
What the fuck is that question?
When you have guns to your head telling you to get out of the car and put your hands up, you're being kidnapped and telling you, and I got told to go towards the car. Or the motorcycle, I'm sorry.
Go
to get on
toward the
bike.
car.
Did these people take anything from you?
Who the fuck is that?
Were you injured at the scene?
Yeah, very pigeon. Who the fuck is that?
How were you injured?
Oh shit, that shit was funny as shit, bro.
Seeing another guy get shot right in front of me. It did something to me. You know, it's. I think if you see somebody get shot right in front of you, you know, you feel a certain way, and you know, you get traumatized. You know.
Did you attempt to defend yourself?
I had no chance to defend myself. I had guns to my head. I stated for the 55th time.
Were you armed at all?
Can you look on your police report and see if I had anything on me?
Okay, you stated Mr. K was shot. Did Mr. K attempt to defend himself?
She's like a fucking she's not. I get like a bird vibe. Like if she was like if she was an animal, I get like she'll be like a bird.
Has not been invoked at all. There's almost
Give me like a crow, like sitting on a wire, yapping.
Also, GSR negative.
Rebuttal.
Rebuttal. You can defend yourself with your fists, a melee weapon, kicking, punching.
Objection, Your Honor. I value my life.
Yeah, that's what all. Yeah.
Real spear.
Well, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead if you had anything else to say to rebuttal.
Well, I was gonna say to that effect. I mean, Mr. Rami stated this was an emotional situation. You know, judgment can get clouded in that type of thought process, Your Honor.
I'm just gonna object on weird.
Are you emotional?
Objection on weird.
What's going on in this court case?
Wait, what?
It's very weird. It's very weird.
This line of questioning is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just objecting on weird right now.
Shit just to say shit sometimes. You know what I mean?
I'm not even.
Objection,
Consider,
yeah.
It's good to listen.
Literally.
I'm not going to consider the weird. No. Well, because you're asking if the defendant had anything to defend himself, correct?
If the defendant attempted to defend himself during this incident at this quote-unquote scene.
And what was the objection again?
Based on the testimony we've already heard provided, where there are guns to people's heads and Mr. K has already been shot, right? I'm doing an objection weird. I'm also gonna add doing one more objection. I'm gonna say more prejudicial than probative. There's literally been no stand, and also relevance. There's been no stand your ground invoked here. There's literally no evidence to back this up. It lacks foundation. Oh, throwing lacks foundation too.
Congratulations, guys. Go get that $100,000.
Okay, I think we have a bit of a timeline confusion here. I think you need to back up your timeline a little bit,
Kid.
counselor.
Transfer the hug.
I'll Clark Contral. Say it again.
My name is Contralto, Your Honor.
Contralto, thank you. I think you can back it up a little bit because I think the confusion is on what is the timeline, when did this happen, and I think we're jumping in between timeline a little bit. I think you went from talking about when Rami got kidnapped, and then you're backing up to when Mr. K was able to defend himself. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I think you can do that in a different line of questioning. I think again, if you wanted to do that, I think you might have been able to call him up as a witness for your part of the trial. However, that is not anything related to the scope. When we deal with that timeline jump, the scope sort of differs. And now it's differing to questions that have not been heard before, as by the defense's direct line of questioning. So that's going to be sustained on scope specifically.
Okay, Mr. Rami, how did Mr. K get inside the car?
By opening the door.
So Mr. K got inside the car himself?
When you got originally in the car, yeah, you open a door to a car. You hit the knob and then you get in.
Okay, I'm just gonna object on vague and confusing because it's obvious it's not clear to what incident the counselor is asking about now.
Actually, Your Honor, we're referring to the quote-unquote scene.
Well, you
the
put that in your
witness.
sentence when you question me.
I did. The witness testified to, and the car that was mentioned by the witness.
You never said it on scene. How did Mr. K get in the car? You asked me, how did Mr. K get into a car?
I got it, Rami. I got it. Damn, Rami, you're really giving me no choice, man.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Romy, calm down.
give me a
I'm
5K,
instructing.
it's fine.
I'm gonna instruct my witness to just the defense's witness to just calm down so we do not get a contempt. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, I think it's far too late now.
Okay.
Rami, you will be receiving a contempt of court for 50 months, $5,000 fine.
50 months?
50 months,
bro. I know.
I'll take care of it, Your Honor, afterwards. No problem.
Thank you. Your input was needed as well. Let me say to the counselor.
It's minutes.
50 federal time.
Thank you. 50 federals. Let me say to you, counselor, that
Is Rami going to jail for that? Does he lose his fucking bar license for that?
Please put the timeline before the questions because we are getting very confused on where you're talking.
Or no, because it's not a felony, right? It's not a felony, right? So he won't lose his shit because it's not a felony or some shit. Or how's that work?
I need you to be a little bit more specific as to the time in which.
Yo, weakest link with the prime. Thanks so much for the prime. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the fucking prime. Much love. Thank you so much.
Be more specific.
Mr. Rami, at this scene, at the point in time when the kidnapping initiated, in your words, or started, let's say, the vehicle that Mr. K was found inside.
Yeah.
How did Mr. K get inside that vehicle?
Got put into the car.
Who put him into that car?
Guys that shot him after they fucking robbed him.
Was it one specific person from this group or multiple?
For the 45th time, they were all kidnapping me and shooting and going through K's pockets.
Was Mr. K incapacitated when they put him in the vehicle?
Okay, I'm gonna object on asked and answered.
Yeah, no, that was specifically in the direct line of questioning is what I'm reading here. It was asked. So yeah.
The one about Mr. K being incapacitated when he was put in, Your Honor? Specifically, okay. Do you know why Mr. K was placed in the driver's seat?
Objection, speculation. He's not going to be able to answer as to why other people took their actions. He is literally not the correct person to ask this question to.
There's another word, I think, for the objection that you're trying to say.
Yeah, there is, but I just slip of the tongue. It's somewhere there. It's not. Speculation for now. I'm going to try to think of the other one really fast.
Please think of it. That is going to be overruled.
Okay, it's Can you ask the question one more time?
The question was Mr. K incapacitated when he was put in the vehicle? And then it was followed up with, why?
Do you know why he was
Yeah.
put into the vehicle?
Yeah,
into
why
the
he was put
whatever?
into the driver's seat, correct.
Does he know why he was
Hello,
put
Melanin.
in,
How
does
you
he know
doing?
why the kidnappers put him into the driver's seat? I'm gonna go back to the objection of a layperson. He is not an expert kidnapper. He would not know why kidnappers did stuff.
Your
You
Honor,
also, I'm gonna object on weird for reasons that I think Your Honor should know.
I don't care about the weird in that sense.
Okay.
Your Honor, I would rebut with he knew to the
Too many
extent
weirds.
that
I ain't gonna lie.
they were
Too many
being
weirds.
kidnapped.
Objections.
I'd like to know if he knows why he was placed into the driver's seat.
Okay, then I will, I'm gonna object on hearsay as
There we
to
go.
whoever did that not being here.
Don't
I
need
did
to hear
it!
the- don't
I
need to hear
found
the
it!
argument. Yes, hearsay is the correct objection. And,
Sorry,
that is what
I'm out
needs
of
to stay.
practice, Your Honor. Thank you for your patience and kindness.
Yep, so hearsay is going to be you're asking him what he knows why another person did something. That is hearsay.
Okay. Mr. Rami, at this point in time, when Mr. K was placed into the vehicle, did any of these kidnappers attempt to get into that same vehicle?
It's getting weird. But Harry, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking.
All right, I'm gonna object on scope.
Rebuttal, the scope was just opened up through my questioning right here, and we're just adding the foundation to that.
I'll give it to her. Overruled.
All right. Thank you.
At this point in time in the scene, we were going through the questioning. Mr. K was incapacitated, placed in the vehicle. Did
Hi,
any
what's
of
a
these
cracker?
kidnappers you mentioned attempt
That's
to
what I
get into that
said.
same vehicle.
I don't recall. I was getting taken hostage.
Were you looking away from the vehicle?
Objection relevance?
I'll withdraw and I'll re-ask. Mr. Rami, is there any specific reason you would not recall?
Objection? Badgering the witness?
Rebuttal. What are you trying to get at with this question?
Well, I'm asking if any of the kidnappers attempted to get into the vehicle that Mr. K was placed in the driver's seat of. They're going with the line of answers that this was a kidnapping. I think it's within reason to figure out if they were then going to try and get into the vehicle and transport the vehicle or something to that effect, Your Honor.
What the fuck?
Your Honor, I'm just lost at this point.
Yeah.
I'm confused too. What the hell's happening?
I'm gonna throw in an asked and answered objection too. Sorry.
Two different court cases?
Your Honor, so what I'm saying is, he's saying he doesn't recall if anyone tried to get into that vehicle, and I'm asking.
Oh shit! I bet chat. I'm gonna go put some meat
Turnaround, for example, Your
out
Honor.
of the freezer.
All right, and I'm gonna.
From
keep
Jimmy
my
Neutron. Oh my god, it
objection
does.
unanswered. He'd already stated that
It
he
does
was
like
being
the
kidnapped
fucking
at that
teach from
point
Jimmy
in time,
Neutron.
which
What the
includes a whole
fuck?
host of myriad of things that are occurring during a kidnapping, which he's already spoken to about the gun to his head, etc. As Your Honor stated, emotions may be high, etc.
Rebuttal, and as prosecution, we're trying to narrow down exactly what that is.
This is an appeal.
Okay, I'm done with this. I don't think that frankly, to be honest, I don't think the question needs to be asked. And the argument is becoming a little unnecessary. I got your previous question. Your previous question makes sense. Asking why somebody does not recall would not do you any favors. So I'm going to sustain.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Rami, you mentioned arriving at this scene in a vehicle. Did this vehicle you arrived in remain on scene?
I'm gonna object on scope.
Rebuttal. I believe that's wholly in scope, as the question came about, Your Honor. What vehicle did he get there with? He says he doesn't recall a car. Perhaps he recalls if the car that he doesn't recall which car at least remained on scene.
All right, I'm gonna add a relevance objection because we're here for criminal possession of a government-issued firearm, no additional charges. So I'm gonna add the relevance objection. I don't see which vehicle being important.
No more arguments. Let me think.
Okay, thank you. I'll be quiet.
Murphy, you have a cigarette?
Yeah, for real. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You got one, please. Holy.
Okay. I do think that the scope of this was brought in a little bit with the prosecution's cross. They specifically, when they were talking, when Mr. Hall was talking about which car was it in the red car, it led to a lot of do not recall there. To be exact, we have about 7 times that I have on record